Cool. Welcome back to day 2. Just the three of us. So you guys are getting in-depth builds for a few different things here. This is just a recap. So we went over a few different things here that we're gonna focus on and try to build for you guys during this week. And at least in the end of the week, hopefully you'll have enough, 80% of the knowledge, or hopefully 100% of knowledge, frankly, to build these for any niche. But I know you guys aren't that kind of, you're not an agency like that, so you just have a narrower group of niches. So let's keep going. Okay. Any questions from yesterday before I start going?
No.
Okay, cool. So all we had to do was finish cleaning, and then we were going to turn on the lead scoring component for cleaning, and then we're going to jump into Aminos demo. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's see where we were. So we were testing this bot, and it is scheduling. It is doing this well. We gave it one last test, and I think it worked pretty well, if I'm not mistaken. All right, well, we're going to assume that it worked well because we're just going to keep going. So what we want to do is, now that we're in, so in GoHighLevel, if you remember, I imported the first automation, just sets the last communication type quietly in the background. Process message is what routes to the bots and then hits close bot. We're going to turn on lead scoring. So let's all go in here. And then while I have lead scoring on, let me also go to opportunities and make sure that we have an opportunity pipeline. So let's make a pipeline real quick. We'll just do leads, leads, and we'll call the first one just lead. Then this will be a hot lead, cold lead. Okay, so that's all we need. So now we have an opportunity board with nothing in it. And we're going to do a little bit of routing to move things from A to B, or from hot to cold, and etc. Okay. So in this automation for AI lead scoring, here's what's happening here. So essentially this workflow starts at the top, and the goals accomplished is booking. So if you remember, I told you all that this goals accomplished custom field, or I'm sorry, the custom field on the contact. There's me. Is checked. So this booking has not been checked because I didn't complete the booking process. But I'll do that automatically so we can run this through here before we test it, because I can move it forward without having to actually turn on or do anything on the chatbot side here. Okay. So basically, when the booking check is checked, or whatever you name that objective, it's called booking here. This objective called booking, right? When it is added, go through this workflow. So the first thing I do is I add a tag onto this workflow called AI Analyzer on, just because this takes a lot. This flow could take 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds sometimes. Just doing a few ChatGPT steps. And then I take it off at the end of the flow, just so if I'm looking at a contact, I can quickly see if this is running before I make assumptions. Okay, so that's all that is. So the first thing I do is, I think I need to make a few custom fields. Yeah, so let me get two screens going here at once. So, okay, so I need to add some custom fields to make this work. So essentially, I'll just walk you through it. So basically, it's going to add the analyzer tag on. It's going to look at the message history custom field here. That's all this is the message history field. I'll walk through this again. And then it's going to score it based on a prompt. We're going to rewrite that for cleaning. Okay. Then it's going to do a couple things. It's going to extract the score. So this is data extraction, where I'm also using ChatGPT to pull something specific out of what is actually a longer response. I only want the number. Okay. That's what this does. And I'll walk through it again when I make the fields. So this just sets the field to the score, it's a number. And then this GPT, these are all GPT steps in GoHighLevel. This will take the same message history from your conversation with CloseBot with that custom field that it gave us, and it will summarize it, because you're going to see what the client gets on their lead, their lead notification. So then there's a field called conversation summary where I save the response from this GPT into that. So all I'm doing is running GPTs, looking at the responses, maybe running another GPT on it, or saving the response into a custom field. So this is not agentic AI, but this is stringed AI. This is nested AI. So this is actually very powerful. This is what agentic will do event soon, right? So continuing, it updates the conversation. Yes,
Josh, sorry, would you call this a workflow?
yes.
A workflow, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, this is a standard workflow. Anyone can build these and GoHighLevel. This is not complicated. It is a linear workflow. It's not, but it's powerful as all get out. Because, and you'll see when we run it. I'm going to run it as soon as we go down this. So it's going to, and then it's going to update the reason. And this is the full response from the first scoring. These are names I gave it, by the way, but you'll see when the result comes out. I'll walk you back through it. Then it's going to send a client notification that's very robust. It has the call analysis, the conversation summary, the lead score, extracted data. It's a really quality lead to deliver to a client that, you can get some of this stuff, but you can't get any of this stuff, right? So we're going to send this to the client. Then we're going to route on the lead score. If it's 7 to 10, it's a hot lead. If it's 0 to 4, it's a cold lead. Okay. So once you see how to do this, it allows you to do sophisticated. This isn't even that sophisticated, but powerful workflow. So let's add a few custom fields. We're going to go down this list. So I know that I need so anything that's extract. So I'm sorry, anything that's set. So I need lead score. So I'm going to add the field, and it's going to be I'm going to do a single line. Well, you could do a number, but you can't do some things with a number. So let's call this lead score. And I'll save it to my AI chatbot group. And then we're going to make a couple more conversation summary, multi-line. It's going to be long, not that long, but enough. Save that. And then I think I just have
You already have it, it says as a message.
okay, cool, awesome. Update reason. So then I have a field that I called reason, and you'll see why that I call it that in a second. So let's just call this reason. Cool. Reason. AI summary. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So now I just refresh this, and all those fields will show up. And I just got to map them. So I want to, let's see. So the score, remember, so we have message history is the field that it's looking at. If I look at my contact, this is, like I said, this is down here, additional info. You'll see this one, message history. So that's the whole conversation that I had here. And that's what I'm going to look at to do the analysis. But let me do one other thing. Since this field looks like it was here, I haven't had a problem with this once in the like 15 different builds I've done in the last few months. But let me just change one thing here on the custom field because I want to make sure that it does it right. So I'm going to do add field. I'll call it AI summary, like AI convo. Sorry, AI convo summary. And I'll save this in the chat, but I don't want to overwrite that if something needs it. Okay, cool. So now let me refresh this real quick. All right, great. So now let's fix this real quick. Okay, so it adds the tag. It does this analysis. We're going to rewrite this in a second, but I want to fix all this stuff. So it's going to extract a score. So this needs to be lead score. I'm going to copy this because it'll erase it. Cool. And then I'm going to update the conversation summary. And just so you know, you could find the response of the GPT above it by looking at a custom value. It's in GPT and then whatever you named it and then the response. So that's how you call that, right? Cool. So I want to do AI convo summary to ChatGPT response. And then I want to update reason to ChatGPT. And you'll see this when I run it. I may not have named it 100% perfectly, but it worked at the time. So then the router, all I need to do is just make sure that I can do It's gonna be kind of annoying, but whatever. Lead score contains, and I just do contains. I think it, in case there's like they do an equal sign or some other, I'm trying to pull just a digit, but if it doesn't, that's okay because I'm doing contains and not equal to. Contains 8, and then I'll run this thing. Lead score contains 9. Lead score custom field contains 10. Yeah, so this is just the routing. Where'd cold lead go? I'll have to do this. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's hidden. Hold on, it's here. Yeah. So this is lead score. Contains 0. You don't have to do this with a client, but a bunch of them have liked this function. But they're still going to see the whole conversation, so they can, have the final decision of whether or not a 4 is not indeed a cold lead, right? And when we're about to rewrite the prompt before we run it, that needs to be dialed in reasonably well to make sure it knows how to score, right? So you kind of do want to work with the client for that if it's something you don't know anything about, I would suggest. But luckily, our friend GBT knows all. Okay, cool. So this is done. All right, so basically, let me publish this thing. And we got to do one more thing. And then we'll run it, and then we'll go through it one more time because this is a super powerful workflow to have. I mean, you could put this on you can put this on a voice combo. You can put this on anything that's in text. It's amazing. So now the scoring part, the magic prompt here. Let me copy. I'm going to copy this whole prompt because this is for pest control, but it's fine. I'm going to copy this, and I'll open up my chat, and I'm going to go make a new chat. Oh, we're good. And I'll say, I need you to write me a new predictive analytics and lead scoring prompt for a residential and commercial cleaning service located in New Jersey. You tell it as much as you can, I would suggest, but it's still, you'll see what it'll about to spit out that it may not be relevant. I'm going to say, here is a sample prompt to use. And then I'm going to just.
And Josh, when you say predictive analytics, you mean whether this lead will be a potential client or not?
Yep. It
Okay.
kind of, and so this obviously is really a vague prompt, but I don't know much about, you could say they're going to want to know engagement, price point, but it kind of seemed to have, it kind of did that. When you see the whole thing go through, like I kind of have been mentioning, and I kind of been noticing, the less you train the bot to get it to do what you need it to do, and you let it think on its own, for lots of tasks, that's what you want. For linear conversations where it's got to go from A to B on a sales process, you might not want that. But just watch. So if it's not the result you want, I always show it to the client. I don't just launch. So they'll see the results. Some clients have a sales process or something that they'll want to fill this up, but just watch what this does out of the box.
Okay.
It's really impressive, honestly. Like, well, Auntie would tell us. I mean, she'll it's her business. She'll go, okay, that works. So it's going to rewrite this. Okay. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put it in here and edit it slightly. Square equals 7, Singapore. Okay. So there's the message history. Remember, that's from the contact. So that's what that's the conversation example. Let me get rid of the little descriptive stuff ChatGPT tends to put in front of things. Cool. That's great. I'm going to save this. Okay. Then the next thing it's going to do is it's going to extract the score I don't, it's just gonna, it'll know what to do. It's taking the results from here, which is going to score it 1 to 10. And then the summary, I just tell it to summarize it. Now, here's another thing. I didn't know this actually. There's an action. This is a GPT step on the premium GoHighLevel account. There is a summarized text step. Let's try it. It's the same prompt that I wrote, but I didn't know. Let's see how this works. So this is interesting.
And this is not the premium one. So let's see, because I don't necessarily. Oh, it is also.
Yeah. All the GPT steps in here are premium. Now you could theoretically do this type of thing in Zapier or some other workflow automation if you don't want to use GoHighLevel. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out of here. I want the input text to be just message summary or message history, right? Remember that comes with CloseBot. Message history. There it is. So give me 3 sentences. And here's the prompt. Interesting. So here's the prompt for the summary. It's no different than what I did, to be honest with you, but it'll slightly different. So I'm going to keep it like this. So boom, save action. Great. So, so that's going to summarize it. And then this is going to update the AI combo with that response that you saw. It's going to update the reason, which is the entire response from the scoring, because I want to see the whole thing too. And then the client notification part. So let's tweak this a bit. So the from here, this would be like from, Eonthi at,
Getexpansion.com.
Yep. Or like alert from whatever you want. But I've been using my name because it's like they know me. I think it helps to get through. So the from name, do you want it to be from you? Or you can be, like you have a new lead.
You could be for me. They typically speak to me when it comes to leads, not my team.
Anthony. So custom email. So here, I'm just for now. This is where you put your client's email, and they don't have to have GoHighLevel. I mean, meaning they don't have to use it. You'll set it up for them, right? But you can send them emails here. So I'll send myself the email right now so we can see it. And then I just did new lead, and so it's going to pull through their name, their phone, the last communication type. Remember, we set that. So let's just make sure that's the right variable because we added it as new. So I'm just going to go just to double check. I'm going to go to contact and I'll do custom fields and I'll do last communication type. Okay, cool. So the time and the date, which are custom fields, if you don't know, from right now, there's all these dates and stuff. So the lead score. So there's that lead score, right? So this is different. The conversation summary is now stored in AI summary, AI combo summary, right? Cool. And then the full analysis is reason. So let's just make sure that this is correct. Reason. Cool. Now save that. And then boom, save that. And then the router, well, also I got to tweak this a bit. So this doesn't know what opportunity board. So in the pipeline leads, this goes to the stage lead. The lead value, what's an average lead value for you?
Let's say 40, 50.
A month, right?
No, for this one, we're doing
whatever you want. We can do 50. I'll save it as open. And so this is going to use their name and the last com type.
Wait, let's go back. The lead value is what? The amount of
like how much money could you make off this potential lead?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, overall, like how much?
2,500, I think we agreed on.
Awesome. Yep, cool. So there's the last com type. So this is 2,500.
Yeah.
That's great. So save this. Just got to tweak these slightly. In your pipeline, and this is a hot lead. No, I'm sorry. My bad. So this is a cold lead. And that's right. So the lead value is 2,500. Okay, cool. This is a hot lead, actually. And then if it's not hot or cold, the way that this router's set up is basically if the answer is no to all of this stuff, it just goes down the default branch, the none branch. So the none branch goes into leads. Just in the lead. Still same lead value. You could, then nurture the lead slightly different than you would the hot leads, etc. Okay, cool. All right, so now let's run my here. I'll save in the workload. Okay, cool. Let me get rid of this here. We'll add that later. Okay, so basically it puts them in the opportunity pipeline. And then all of these wind up just removing that AI analyzer tag that we added in the beginning to know if the workflow's done. So let's send me through this. Actually, I'll do it this way. No, I'll put myself through this way. Okay, so this will run for a second. And then when I go back to my contact info, look, AI analyzer on. See, so it's running. So you give it a bit. I'll get an email. So once I get the email, I'll know that it's done. And you can put a timer on this. Obviously, it doesn't have to be immediate, but it is pretty relatively quick. Yep. So the email already came through. It looks like this. It's pretty incredible. What do you think of that? Oh, wait, I got to change the title here, but this is all right.
That looks awesome.
Look, I mean, like, what do you do with it? I don't like, is it overkill? Maybe, but it seems to me that it's pennies to do this. And I know that I mean, $2,500 is a good ticket item. And it just helps you make better. It would help the CEO of whatever business, hopefully, or the salesperson make better decisions.
And then you also see that they're actually, you know, the people that you're paying this $2,500 is doing something, and you're getting notified.
Absolutely.
Not just you got a lead. It's just like, this is the conversation. This is the score. You know, it might get them excited to actually pick it up and call, because that's what a lot of these people don't do when the leads get.
I agree.
They get leads and they don't call them.
You could easily add in here another send client notification to SMS and just bombard them with, I've sent it to you every which way to Sunday, because that's the worst problem is they don't respond to their leads, and that's why they leave every time.
Yeah. And this way you can say, I already have a workflow that forces me or my team to follow up with each client monthly. Hey, how you doing? What's the problem? What are you working on? This is how many things you have. But this way it's immediate when they get the leads. So it makes this another conversation. Well, you got 70 leads this month. And it's like, yeah, I know about it. And it's like, did you see the scoring? It's a conversation to keep them.
Yep. You can, and this is, I mean, even though this is a masterclass, there's so many things that you could possibly do. So for instance, if you were pretty good at GoHighLevel, you could, do all sorts of stuff in terms of routing and custom field generation and triggered workflows, just like you would buy one of those amazing snapshots from Extendly that has all these things in them that triggers this and that. You could do it through here. And one thing we'll also do is during this class, I think it's useful, is we'll do a infinite AI emailer that writes its own email every time and then sent like newsletters. So it might mention newsletters. It's a cool way to do that. So any questions, Vanya?
I was just wondering, this workflow, is it part of the first fixed fee where you set up the bot for the client, or is it
good question
part?
It's rolled in. So like, I don't know. So the way that GoHighLevel charges for this, I don't even know. I don't pay attention to it, frankly. You should, I suppose. It's in there somewhere in GoHighLevel. I guarantee you they're very good at billing. There's a number in here. Now here's the kicker though. Here's the kicker. You could use your clients. You could bill for AI. You could rebill for AI through GoHighLevel. So meaning you could charge more than you have to pay if you want to, and it just comes as part of their SaaS program. Like they sign up with your SaaS for $497 a month, let's say. It could be all in, but you pay for usage fees.
Yeah.
And then they put in their credit card on their account, on their sub account that they can log into, and then they just get billed for all the extras. But I think that if you could maintain a client, well, it depends on the size of the client too. There's obviously going to be, if you're doing corporate work and they're like, oh, we get 1,000 calls, we get 1,000 people a day. Well, that's a completely different conversation than, for pricing it, say, than a cheaper plan. But there isn't one tool that we're using, I don't think, except maybe GoHighLevel, maybe, but that doesn't have an enterprise account. Meaning if you've got some client it's not going to be worth it for you to pick up their AI fees, then do a different deal with them. Mm-hmm. But I always recommend, if you can pay for the fees, do it. If you've never started a SaaS, I would say that nickel and diming them for this fee and that fee above and beyond your relatively, good, well-priced SaaS play, is it worth the effort to continue selling them, to give you your credit card for more stuff, You could also do this. You could also put a limit. It's $4.97 a month. You get $100 credit to AI, and then you bill them after. If you're just
Like
starting with
Zapier.
what'd you say? Does that make
This
sense?
is what Zapier is doing.
Who?
Zapier.
Yeah, there's all sorts of ways to, and like I said, like I've been around forever, and so I know how I've seen how pricing goes down in any service. What we're doing here, this is just going to be cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. The only reason GoHighLevel is charging us, they have a deal with, you can buy like 1,000,000 credits with OpenAI for a really cheap price and have a SaaS that you give it away for and make a huge profit. That's how Vapi works. Yeah, so I don't have an exact answer, but like I said, I always just roll it into the bill and monitor it. I always say yes to my first few clients. I've just said yes. I want them in my SaaS. I need the testimonials. I'll get them in there. But if they're a big existing client with a revenue stream and they're professional and you're professional, yeah, you absolutely could write up a more complex proposal with billing structures and extra cost payments and like all sorts of stuff. ChatGPT can write that. It does actually when I ask for proposals, and it's too much. Most people are like,
I just add a credit. I just give them a credit of a certain
go.
amount of money, and the credit stays in their balance. I have it to roll over. You can also choose that. So I have
Awesome.
it to roll over.
That's amazing.
And
Which
they
is a
have
GoHighLevel built-in feature at Vanya.
Yeah, yeah. They've complained every other, and it's what's great is like, oh, where did I get this fee from? You can pull that up in high level, like this is what you did, because sometimes for my people, they don't know what the people they hired on their side is doing. I'm like, but you sent like 3,000 emails. We did, and then you can go in and be like, you can show them like, look, this was done, this was done, that was done. So I give them a credit, and I tell them this would give you about 1,000 emails, maybe 1,000 SMS segments, not text, and AI is per charge right now because not enough of them to me are justifying what they will charge me to, rebill on that. But
what do you mean they're charging a fair rate, so it's not enough to rebill?
No, you know how you have to have, if you're doing all of the AI, you have to pay a fee and then they have to pay per month. They're not using enough for me to charge them like the 129
It's
or
a hard
whatever.
sell, especially local businesses that you're just trying to get into the AI space. Make it friction free. Make it friction free. I mean, honestly.
And they love the credit. I've tried it so many different ways. I tried it with nothing. I got
Great
burned.
idea. And you can set that up when you build your SaaS plan and GoHighLevel, just right out of the box. It's easy to do. That's what the beauty of GoHighLevel is that it's not just this magic we're doing on a single account. When they go to the agency view, that's no one has anything. I mean, there's other tools out there, but that's where it really gets incredible. All right,
and
so let's.
one question, can I ask you, why did you choose Closebot as a solution for building bots?
Great question. There's a few reasons. One, I started with different software, and it just didn't have the conversation that I wanted. I'm a former user experience guy, so the experience just wasn't what I wanted. I found Closebot early. I was using Zappy Chat. I tried Aminos, which we're going to go over today, and then I used GoHighLevel's built-in chat, and I said I'm going to go with Closebot. So I was one of the first adopters. And 2 years, almost 2 years later, the conversations that it makes my clients' faces light up when they have their first Closebot conversation, when they saw how relatively easy it is to set up, if I'm showing them. But you saw how quickly we created the bot for the cleaning service, and it will work 99% of the times perfectly. Even when they try to throw it off, it just stays on track. No other bot stays on track like Closebot with those custom with these lanes here, with these swim lanes here. Like Bryce is a smart guy. He's not a kid. He's a smart young man. And he just really added these guardrails and this micro prompting that others didn't have. Now, I will say that there are some things I don't like about Closebot. Lots of people don't like it about Closebot, and we've developed around it. And then in some of my trainings in my group, you'll see that you have to have, like, if you're going to use a bot that transfers to another bot, you kind of have to have a question that overlaps on the last one and the first one so that Closebot can switch fast enough, because he sped it up so fast that it's not seeing, like, it's moving too quick to know that the goal accomplished was checked off sometimes. So like you can't even use the goals accomplished with confidence to be able to route and switch, because if you recall, all the routing we're doing is happening here. So this one condition, we'll call it router, this could be looking for a field, a tag, a goals accomplished checked. Goals accomplished checked isn't quick enough. So I've been able to come up with and other people clearly have been able to come up with a bunch of different ways to look at things mid convo and route on it. So if we make a more advanced this kind of bot, maybe we'll do that.
Can we go
And
into
I just sorry, Anita, go ahead, please.
Can we go into switching to Vapi?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
Could we go? Oh, you wanted to contact? You wanted to call Vapi? You want to make a Vapi call from the chatbot?
Yeah, I tested the chat last night, and it was trying to get me to book an appointment, and I was asking it, okay, but how much does this cost? And it said something that I don't remember you putting in there, but you created it so I couldn't see it.
So did you let me confirm that.
It said it would, yeah, I'm in there.
Did you add a knowledge base to CloseBot?
Well, since you're doing it on yours, we added a knowledge base yesterday, but I don't think it included pricing, but it said it would send me an email.
Yeah, I hate when it does that. So I add this. So this is where you have room in the main, right? And here's how to respond. I can say, do not ever say you will email them anything.
Yeah, it says it'll email me.
Because it does do that quite frequently, and sometimes it doesn't, but good catch. That's just a quirk of CloseBot, let's say, but it gives you room to do it. And you could put that again on any question you want in the sub prompt of the objective to make it just really not do it. Then I'm going to say, okay, so let's do this. So now let's just say, since we have room here, so give me some example pricing. We'll just make it up. We'll say,
yeah, let's make
$40 an hour, 250 $200 3-hour packs. Oh, that would be way less. Whatever. So $40 an hour or $250 a month. Whatever. Okay.
And also if I would want it to be switched to somebody, say for instance, people went through their chat and it's some of the things that I've used here for myself in my business, it's like you have an option to speak to someone and it can switch it to a voice call. Does Vapi do that?
No, but we can trigger a voice call from a CloseBot call. Vapi doesn't do it. We'd have to build it with Make. Okay. We can do that. That'll be our slightly so it'd be cool if we take this one niche and built it out over the week, frankly, and then same with Vanya's niche. Because there's a lot we can do. Rather than building 4 niches for each of you, we can just do one really good one, right? Like either we got to finish this up and move on to your next niche, Ianthi, after I do Vanya's and the Aminos thing, or we can keep fleshing this out, make it call, get the voice bot matching.
It's up to Vanya.
Well, it's up to you too. You're going to have a lot more time this week, so.
I have no problem in building this out because this is an actual niche I will be using.
Okay, cool. So we'll keep building. I want to build you a voice bot too this week.
Yeah, I would. That's why.
And we'll make this call, and then you could call it, or it can call out. We'll do that. So I've got all the pieces ready to go.
And then I could always take this into any niche because
niche.
Yeah.
Any niche you want. The skills I'm teaching you are applicable. All you got to do is ask ChatGPT to change the prompts to the new niche, and that's usually how I go from niche to niche relatively quickly. Yeah, once you learn this, it is a skill. It's not just like a magic art. There's just a rote skill to learn how to do this again and again and again. The prompting is the art, really. Like how well can you prompt? Okay, so we'll get back to this bot. So are you guys good for now on this build that we just did? Are we cool to kind of step back and move on to something else? We got this. You can chat with it. It's going to do lead scoring. Oh, let me finish one thing. Sorry. So there's a follow-up workflow, which I'll just turn on. And basically in 90 days, it emails the lead. So I'll say cleaning follow-up. So whatever, you can write whatever you want. But essentially, in 90 days, the lead that comes through, that lead scoring flow is going to, in 90 days, you can do 5 days, an hour, whatever you want, get an email, right? You can be an SMS, whatever output channel you want. This is not an internal notification, it's an external. And then I added the tag follow-up just so I know that I triggered a follow-up sequence. Okay. So we'll just hook this up real quick, no problem. But I want to do this because this is how you would add, like if you want this flow to well, you gotta do it this way. If you want your flow to trigger another workflow that you have, you just do it here. Workflow, add to workflow. That's too zoomed in. What the heck? Hold on, it's really zoomed out. Okay, so add to workflow follow-up. Cool. And these are just go-to, so they'll go down here. Okay, cool. So this V1 of this, we will call it. All right, so now finish cleaning, lead scoring. Here, so finish cleaning, close out. Feel we did that. Lead scoring, Aminos. Okay, so let's talk Aminos. Let me bring it up.
Before we go to Aminos, can I just finish the question with the
Oh,
chat?
I'm sorry. Sure, totally, of course.
They position themselves on internet as bots for appointments mainly.
Oh, okay. So
is it for other things too?
I do all the time. Yeah, you don't have. The reason he's saying that is because the one thing that CloseBot does, and these bots are starting to do that is new, is that when you book, it doesn't just send you a calendar link. It says, how's Tuesday at 3:30? So that's the conversational booking. And it is cool. Now, I will tell you, sending a calendar link to people that are on their phone to click it to open up a scheduling calendar, I haven't decided if that's just as good as conversational scheduling. Because in the end, that they're used to that and the talking to it, it works. It's cool. I don't know if it's a gimmick or not, but that's one of the unique things that these bots do, and he was really adamant on it. But I don't have to do the booking step. And we're going to build a bot that's just one step, asking a bunch of questions, and then we're going to use that trick we did with lead scoring to look at the conversation and then pull out stuff for us. So we don't need to use any of this stuff here, really. So I'm pushing this as much as it can be pushed. Honestly, V2 is going to allow you to do flow charts, like flows, like drag it over here, then go here, then if else's and stuff. But it is somewhat limited because the developer was solo until he got his first round of funding. So yeah, I love it. We're going to show you something that's not CloseBot. I'm going to show you it right now. Hold on one second. Okay. So this is Aminos, and Aminos is a very simple chatbot tool. Okay. Let me do this too. Oh, this is fine. So, sorry, let me do this. Okay, cool. So, Aminos. You see the screen that I switched over to?
Yes.
So Aminos is a super easy chatbot builder that does not require GoHighLevel, and it's super low price. I think you can get this like unlimited account with like 1 million chatbots. I got it for $47 all in forever. I mean,
I think it's 69 now.
Okay.
I think
so cheap. This was like a year and a half ago, or 2 years maybe, but it is so cheap that you literally can give away lead magnet level chatbots, and I'll show you how to build them and what that means. So essentially, if I want to make a chatbot, I create my chatbot. We'll call it Vanya, what do you want to make a chatbot for? Simple bot. So a relatively simple one.
Asking questions about resort booking.
Okay, so resorts.
Resort, yeah. Resort booking, yeah.
All right, so this has a nice widget builder, so you can see what it's going to look like here. So this is what you'll copy and paste and put on people's websites. You don't need GoHighLevel, which is huge. So essentially, you can give it a widget title, resort bookings. Welcome message, hi. Want help finding the perfect resort for you? Finding the right resort. Call the message to action. I'll leave that blank, which I think is, oops, sorry. Leave that blank. So appear on all pages. So if you put it in a website, you can only put on specific pages if you want. I never mess with that. I don't mess with fallback message. The avatar is this little thing here. We won't mess with that. I'll change the color. But so this works 2 ways. One, it has a flow builder like ManyChat, where you can build just a standard chatbot flow. And this is, I haven't used it since they added this, but you can add in an AI step mid-flow, which is cool. You can just get their name, phone, email, then do some complicated question with AI, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do it even more simple way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to AI mode. I'm going to enable it. So what's the name of your business, Vanya?
Dazlina.
Can you spell that?
Dazlina.
All right.
That's correct.
Okay, cool. So here's where we train it. So let's use our buddy here, and I'll just give me a chat prompt for a chatbot. And obviously you'd write your own prompt knowing your business, but just to go fast, we'll do this for a resort. Are you a resort management company? Resort?
No, that's my house actually. I call it resort. But that's my house where I will,
Got
you
it.
know, for short term.
Online for a what is those called?
Short-term rental.
Yeah. Called Nazlina. They are located in Croatia. So you may speak Croatian
And other languages.
and any other languages.
Yeah, thank you.
Languages the user speaks. User requests. Or seems to be communicating in, because then I'll let it kind of determine if it thinks it's doing that. Okay, that's usually enough to get going.
Okay.
This is such a great start. Like if you don't know how to write a prompt, just do this, and then you just, oh, I get it, and then you just start, you just chat with it. It's all about, I have these huge conversations you guys see, like just pages and pages and pages. It's like having a look at that. It's crazy. Like this may not be perfect for you, obviously, but it's a great start. So, okay, great.
Actually, when I see what he asked very good details down below. Example
Right.
conversation.
Yep.
Every time I use ChatGPT, I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't think. It's like having a really smart employee who's working for you. It's really awesome. All right, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste this into here. I'll turn the temperature down. Well, it doesn't matter. So a 0.8 means it's going to be talked differently most of the time. That it's pretty high.
What is the temperature indicator of? Sorry.
Temperature means the lower the temperature, the more each response is going to be very similar. The higher the temperature, the more it's going to think and act and go do different conversations. Too high, like if you go to here, it could go out of the universe. It could get crazy. So
right.
0.8 is relatively high. Most things I see are at like maybe 3 to 7. So 5 is clearly fine. So I'm not going to turn on advanced options. Just leave that off. And I'm going to save this. Don't worry about advanced. And now watch. That took us what? 5-10 minutes? Now, check this out. Oop. There it is, resort booking. So I'll click on it. So let's test it out. Oh, wait. What happened? Oh, sorry. I must not have saved that. Widget style. Oh, this is a different widget. Let's see. I want to go to resort booking. Widget title. Welcome message. Okay. Want to find the perfect vacation spot? There must be a save button. Oh, I didn't hit save. I see. All right, save that. There we go. So now, hi there. Oops, what did I do? Question mark. It's so fast. Look at that. I mean, boom, boom, boom. It's awesome. So fast to play with and get out. So sure. What do you have? And I didn't give your your short prompt any knowledge about the location or what you have a lot of room in that prompt. I mean, you it's a single prompt, so you have to paste your knowledge base in that single prompt, but which works fine. You're not paying for they pay for this. What type of property? We have a variety of options. Ooh, anything by the beach? How about June have anything available? I mean, that's a nice conversation for a 5-minute prompt writing and for $69 all in forever. So if you don't have an
I
agency,
found a link for her. It's 47. I found it. It's in the chat if she wants.
thank you.
I think you should pick it up.
It's worth it. I tell
do
people,
that.
thank you. I tell people to buy it. If you want to get into chatbots but don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month, get this because you can immediately learn. You can craft great prompts. That's really helpful. And then when you want to go to the next level, you can. Plus, you can give these away because they're free. You get a million of them, literally 1 million. So you can give these away to a client. Say, hey, put this on your website. It's free and it's limited. They're gonna say, oh, I want to do more. You're like, oh, if you want to do more, let's talk. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. Okay, so the specific dates, let's say June 7th.
Just a question here. We cannot still put the pictures in the bots, right?
No.
Or
well, that's not 100% true. You can?
Not yet.
You can, Anthony?
No, not yet.
I know how. I know how to do it. So I don't think we're going to get this advanced. But
sorry, but here that to put a picture
perfect.
of the
I get it. I'll show you a way around it. I'll show you a way around it. I'll show you a way around it. Watch. Now this is just a rough demo, but I think you guys are both smart, so you watch what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna find any piece of media, any image that I want. So let me go back to Rosenthal Marketing and watch. So I'm just gonna grab any URL that I want to show a picture for. This is not mid text, which I could also do, but you need to go out of the conversation in GH. I need GHL to do that actually. So watch. So I'm gonna send this picture here. Get link. Okay, so now in my flow, all I'm going to do is go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to say, awesome. I want the bot to be able to send this link when they want to see a picture. I mean, because I started programming in the 70s, I do things the most simple way, not the way they seem to be doing it now, and it works really well.
You're right. Super.
Here is the link. Because the youngsters out there, they think that like, oh, I'm going to use all these no code and all these steps and tools and stuff. It's like, no, you don't have to do that. Then they laugh at me for being old, but okay, so it's going to redo it. Oh wait, this wrong. I was in the wrong prompt.
It doesn't matter. I understand what you did.
I want to try it.
Yeah,
I want to try it.
He's a tester. I love it.
It's so easy.
I want to see it too. I
right.
Of
course, so do I. Because all of us are like, oh shit, that's a good useful. If I can, here's the thing: if they're on their phone, it's like if they're too lazy to move or click, then like, it's more engagement, right? It's more things that first of all, no one's sending pictures. So if you're sending, hey, what are some pictures? What do you have any examples of your cleaning service before, after? Sure. Boom.
Yeah. Not only that, if they go on this website, you can catch them with whatever conversion tracking thing.
I'll show you how to get the data out.
Okay, super.
Oh, look at this. It's putting it in different languages.
Yeah.
Is there a place called Konabo Nikola? Is that a real place?
Yeah, because Darwin is actually the place. So ChatGPT is connecting the places.
Awesome.
So really good.
All right. Yeah, it gets smarter and smarter. It's like crazy. So I'm gonna put this in here. Get rid of this. Don't forget, ChatGPT puts a little blurb at the top. Okay, get rid of this. It adds emojis. I don't know. I think it can read emojis. I'm not sure. Save that. And now you immediately start testing. I mean, it's just boom. But rather than test, let's do this. So now that you've built your bot, a simple single prompt AI bot, not a workflow, none of that other stuff, right? Like you can learn that, you can do it. You can do mid prompting after it asks for some objectives. So it is actually very powerful. if you want to mess with the flow builder. We're not doing that. So all you need is a couple things here. Responses. I don't know why I didn't show. Oh, I didn't publish it yet. And then, so here's the chat log. So there's the conversation. And you could export this and put it in any CRM you want. If you know how to take stuff from A to C, and if you figure out the B and it doesn't exist, and the B could be Zapier, Make, whatever, that's a super useful tool to be able to figure out for a client, because they don't have B. They may have A, they may have C, but they don't have B. They don't have your connection, right?
Honestly, I think I'm going to get a GoHighLevel because my goal is AI consultancy, and one of the offering will be chatbots and AI workflows. And I think GoHighLevel is a good solution for this.
Oh, for sure.
Yep,
Right. We're all in agreement on
100%.
that one.
I'm listening to you guys because you're experts
It's
there.
so yeah, we are, I think. And we've used a lot of software, I have a feeling, in our day. And GoHighLevel, one, it's the WordPress for that stuff, it seems to be to me.
Oh.
So here, integration code, here's all the integration codes you need. Put it on your website. Here's the GoHighLevel integration. What's cool is you could do inline, and I think the bot's open, which is super useful. Wow, let's try this.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, hold on. Let's try. So let's do 250 wide by 350 high. Interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to take this inline embeddable code here. Let me just make a quick page. I'll do it in, so we'll make a new, I'm going to make a new sub account for you, Vanya. Okay, so let's start. And rather than this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the account we just made and make a snapshot of it, because you want the snapshot, and I'll keep doing that. And then it'll be easier to build the next site. I go from snapshot, I load to that one, and that one, and that one. So this feature of GoHighLevel 2, especially at scale, is just ridiculously cool. So we'll call this house cleaning. Okay. So I want to do cleaning. Okay. Cool. So that takes just a second. And then I will just give it a second. All right, cool. And I want to talk to it here. I want to talk to it in Croatian. I do. I mean, right. If it's that simple, which it probably is, then it's just the coolest.
All right.
Oh, these languages, my gosh.
You just missed it.
Yep.
English. I want to do English into Croatian. Oop. They got most of them.
Yep, they have it.
What is the? Oh, hold on, get rid of this. Hi. What is the resort look like? What does the property? Okay, cool. So now if I say this.
Gotta say this.
So interesting. So it's just it doesn't know. So you need to tell the prompt this is an SMS, because it doesn't know that this is an SMS. So it's trying to bring up like a link, but it's not working as a link. So you just basically, and that's, you just keep playing, testing, go back to the AI mode, tell the prompt. Like, I just feel like, oh my God, that is great. Because I do give it feedback, because I know it's seeing the feedback. Oh my God, that is great. But the link is for SMS, so not inline. Just the prompt. I mean, just the link, just a direct URL. And then, you can get a link shortener to make it look prettier than that long storage on whoever, because it's, if you're going to store it in cloud, cloud, whatever it is, any of the cloud stuff.
Mhm.
Cool. All right, so that's writing. So let's do that. So now this should be done. So I'm gonna take house cleaning, gonna make a new snapshot or new account. We'll call it Vanya. I don't know what your last name is at the moment. Let's see. Vanya at. Try to make sure that does not exist. Business name. So this will be Croatian. Oh no, this is Devlina.
Yeah, D-A-Z-L.
Yep. Lena.
A. Yeah, that's correct.
Well, let me do this. I want to go this way though. Short-term rental. Actually, you can do this. People don't need to see because I share this with other people. I might share this in the group, so I don't want people to necessarily see your name there at the moment.
No, please. They might be my future guests. Come on.
Oh, it'll be all your thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
This is just for purposes of my thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's business niche. Oop. Okay. Whatever. Just use mine. Oh, you're in Croatia. Time zone.
Central European. CET.
Yeah. There it is. Cool.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one? Let's see. I'm
Whatever.
going
It
east
doesn't.
here.
No, you just missed it. It was up. So you can choose Belgrade. It's
Got it.
or Brussels, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, whatever. The phone doesn't matter. Cool. All right. All I want to do is I want to make that widget real quick. I want to see if it's inline because if it's inline, don't people request that from GoHighLevel? I mean, from CloseBot, it's unreal. Hey, can I? Because then it's like combos open. That would be way cooler than that little button down at the bottom of a large monitor.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
agree.
this could be this could be cool. So I'll make a website. I don't know why I go from funnels to websites. So let's try. Actually, we can have both on here. Watch this.
Oh, you can have two bots on one side?
Sure, why not?
Well, I never saw it, so I thought it.
See what happens. I'm gonna do this, and I'll
He's
do
putting it like on it though.
I'll do custom HTML. Watch, it'll work. So custom code.
Yeah.
And I'll label this for y'all. Oop, wrong code. I want this one. Here. Let me put this is Aminos. And we haven't made the chatbot here anyway, so this is live chat. Okay. Then I want to one other thing I want to do is I want to make sure that the I don't know where one or the other is going to appear. So let me do this. I want to make the live chat widget show up on there is no chat widget, so it probably won't bring anything up. Okay, so we can just run it as is. There's no chat widget yet, so let's just run it. I don't see it over here. You know, it did say GoHighLevel. Why wouldn't the inline script work? Here, let me do it a different way because it'll make me crazy. So I'm going to use a cool tool called Glitch. This is a free tool that if you can program, you can use this. So I'll make a new project and just a regular website. It hosts websites. Then you can build them really quickly to see for real. So all I'm going to do is on this index page, which has a whole bunch of stuff under Hello World, I'll just embed, I know down here, I'll just embed that. Okay. Where is it?
Did you hit publish?
No.
Maybe it has to be live. Yeah.
I didn't hit publish. Do you have to publish it? I don't think you have to publish it.
I don't remember, to be
I
honest.
don't remember either. I think that, let me see. No. Flow builder. No, there's no publish. I think it's the integration, because that is, well, let me try this one. The universal.
Yeah, the universal. Maybe that'll work.
The reason I want to see if it works in glitch is because that's like way less stuff around it than GoHighLevel's website builder. I mean, it's just a regular include of a JavaScript tag.
Yeah.
Or maybe put it in.
This is almost there. It is. So the universal works, but that's weird. Oh, there it is. You have to add this div tag, is why. Darn. All right, let's do that. So that means I'm going to want to go to the website, and I'm going to want to open up chat test, edit, and so then in this thing here, let's see, I need to do put this into div. So first, let me paste this in here. Wait, no, I want this one. Yeah, this one. That's right. So then I want to put it in this div tag. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, div tag. There we go.
You had to put it in front. Okay.
Yep.
And I had it back too.
Would you look at that? And it's appearing right where I put that code block. If I had it in an iframe or something, I could have gotten it down to where I needed.
Much better. Yep.
Guys, this is awesome.
It is.
I wonder why it's so wide. Oh, I didn't say pixels. Dart. All right, mobile view. Obviously, I'm not checking on mobile view, but
you can do it, so that's a good thing.
What? So I'd like this higher, like 500 probably, but what? I'm telling you, if you want to spend time with Aminos, I guarantee you it's going to do 80% of what CloseBot does for sure. 100,000%, but it's not connected to GoHighLevel is the only thing.
You just have to do the integration code.
Right. So under integration, well, this is the integration code. There's really nothing to integrate.
Right there, the GoHighLevel.
This is the integrate the bot and GoHighLevel.
I think you have to either zap it or make it into
right. Exactly. You need to do the reports. You need to take the responses or something, like export them all at once when you're like every week. So it's but for under $70 to start playing today and giving your client stuff today is pretty impressive. And just give it away. You can say, here you go, put this code on your site, and there's your chatbot. Thank you very much.
Yeah. But personally, for me, it's good to start playing with the chatbots. It's a good exercise for my businesses. Plus, you said we will discuss this could be a good lead gen.
Right. So, meaning like you'd say, hey, give me your email and phone right now for and like a little onboarding form, business info, a little about you, stuff you'll use to sell. And then you would build them a bot with the prompt. You use the prompt to build a bot. You can probably do it automated and GoHighLevel, but we're not using GoHighLevel for this, let's say. You just build them the bot and email them the code back in 24 hours. And then they're tied into you. Now, here's the thing. What do you notice about the bottom of this? So you could pay more to white label Aminos. Meaning you could pay to take this off and have your agency there. So essentially, you could advertise your own company here, like they do in the live chat. But I knew I loved Aminos for the simple reason of I can just play around and it's so quick. I'm a huge fan of single prompt chatbots, frankly. So this provides that functionality, and that's it. I mean, I'm not gonna, like I said, the flow builder adds a whole nother level of like staying on track and filling out fields. So if you did like, I don't know how the flow, I know that if you do these flow steps, it will fill out fields for later. This is like a mini chat. Right. So yeah, I mean, for the price, you get something really amazing. And even with this flow builder, you could have GPT steps in between other steps, which is new. That's a new thing he offered. Yeah, I got it a long time ago and it works really well. They even have a gallery of like built-in bots, a nail salon bot. Look at this appointment setter bot. Look at
Mm.
this. So this is going to be a flow. See, so that's look at that. That's gorgeous. It's not elegant. It's a lot of hand rolling your own solution every time, but still. And you
Mm.
can duplicate bots. So you can easily, make one master and then duplicate it. And just like you do with snapshots and closebot. You can even build a website with this chatbot pre-done. They don't have to do they don't have to know anything, really. And you could just include this as part of your AI package for like a low ticket, maybe like $97 a month SaaS software where you get the website rebuild from a template, a beautiful template. You get the basic chat, call this basic chat, right? The upsells, I want the chat to do more. Okay, cool. We can do conversational booking. And then the top package is voice. So it's a really
Yeah.
good upsell. It's a really great, if you, I don't know if you, a lot of people don't want to do a, sales funnel or what's that called? The value ladder. But if you
Yeah.
want to do a value ladder, there's three things right there and you get 1 million of them. You get 10 million of them. How many did you get here? You get a lot. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get 10 million of them. So this is one local developer. I think he's out of Australia. No, that's a different one. I don't know where this guy's from, but it's cool. So yeah, so I think the responses, I don't know why I'm not showing up here. Let's see. Whatever. So that's Aminos. Any questions?
No.
Yeah, thanks for the link. I'm gonna grab that link too. Let me grab that link. I'll post it in my group because other people are asking for it. I can't believe it. He hasn't raised his prices.
He has a bunch of upsells.
Oh, good.
I had
Yeah, he's
to
not
I had
hurting.
to go through them to find her that link. But I was
Good.
like, wow,
Thank
he's
you for
doing
doing
this,
that.
he's doing that.
He's not hurting. I mean, once you get your first initial product out, you have upsells. Look at this. It's a nice looking site.
I think he probably
Yeah,
built this with Aminos. I think Aminos can do that now. I don't know, but
big websites. Look at this. This is
I think
fantastic.
so.
For $47. Oh, yeah, this guy. Remember, he had this bizarre AI tweaked image. Oh, Ryan Deese, by the way, is huge. These
Yeah, I
guys are
know.
huge. I think this guy was the head of like Google SEO for a while, wasn't he? At Google, Ryan Deese. Yeah, this guy was.
Guys, yeah, Ryan,
Yeah,
he's
this guy's no joke. And then of course our favorite Russell Brunson. Cool. Great little tool. And it comes with free training and all this stuff, but there are upsells. So whatever. It's a great end to the business. Awesome. Love it. All right. So now how about we make the voice bot for if people want to call a number, it'll speak to them in English for Americans could call, and then if they speak Croatian or any language, we'll see what we can get it to do. How about that? Okay, cool. All right, let's do it. So Vapi, let me open it up real quick. Okay. How to get out of this guy's group.
You're still seeing your screen on.
Yeah, I haven't changed it
Oh,
yet.
okay. All right.
Cool. All right. So I'm in my group. I'm gonna make a new assistant. Call this one Dazlina, right? Dazlina?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dazlina. Well, that'll be the name of the bot. What does that mean?
That's the name of the place where the house
Okay,
is.
cool.
okay.
Yeah.
So this will be a short-term rental.
Does it sound strange in English? Very strange?
No, it's a pretty name.
Yes, yeah,
It's a
sounds
pretty
like a
name.
name, pretty name.
Just Lena.
Okay.
It sounds like
Because I thought to brand it. That's why I'm just a quick.
yeah, no, it's a good name.
Okay.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
All right, so now I've got a blank assistant here. So let's start as usual. Well, actually, I can go back here. So we've already started our conversation, right? I'm gonna
Mhm.
say awesome.
Awesome.
Now I always positively tell it because I think it helps the algorithm.
Yeah.
And I'm polite. Awesome. Now I need to create a voice bot for Vapi AI to use for my inbound voice assistant.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Chatbot. Write it. So I always I always see what the first crack is. I do different style of prompting, so let's see what this does. Like I'll do modular prompting where I'm like, do step one. If this, go to step two. If you can do like the prompting is obviously the magic. That's the magic, and you can get very sophisticated. So this is going to be an amazing. Now here's the beauty. What I love about Vapi is that it can ask any question it wants, and we're going to take the conversation after it and extract all the data, man, automatically. It's unbelievably powerful. It is so much. It's at a whole other level than CloseBot. This thing, honestly, like what it does with after conversation analysis is amazing.
And you do it in Vapi or in GoHighLevel?
All in. This is we're not going to touch GoHighLevel for a while.
Okay.
We're all going to be in Vapi and Make, the tool we use called Make, which is low code. It's like a Zapier.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so look at this amazing prompt. So I'm going to copy this prompt and we'll just give it a try. So before we go into Make, I'm going to copy this prompt, put it, so real quick, if you've never seen Make, but you've never seen Vapi before, go over it real quick. I'm just getting rid of something here. Okay, so Vapi, I made a new assistant. Each assistant has 5 different sections. One's called the model. This is the LLM. So I like to do you could add your prompt in here. You'll do a first message that it says when someone calls it or it calls out. And then you can attach a knowledge base. They're having some issues right now with that. I hope they fix it. You can, yeah, there's some problems with Vapi knowledge base. They're upgrading. Jeff Hoffman found out why. He talked to them directly. So you can change the model. Look at all these different models.
Yeah.
These are the only ones my key is in for. So this has my API key. That's why you can do Anthropic. It has all the different things. I'll show you that in a second. So so look at the pricing though. I mean, it gets really pricey. So this is a fine cluster. The mini is the same price right now. So whatever. And again, I don't care about pricing because I charge a lot. There's a temperature, default 7, max tokens. I don't mess with this. I do detect emotion. The difference is that the bot just reacts differently, supposedly, if someone's really angry. I haven't seen it work. I guess I do yell at it though, just to test it. It's very fun to yell at your bot or to say talk like this comedian or whatever. It's really fun. So the transcriber, this is voice, this is speech to text. This is the speech to text component. It's using something called DeepGram, which is an amazing tool. There's not that many options. They're growing. And you can pick the language that it's listening for. And what that means is it's not the only language it will speak. That's different. This is the listening. And when you set the listening language, it's looking for words like in English, hello, hi, okay. But if you have it listening in Spanish, it may look for hola, si, yo. And it's only the initial listening, but it will hear every language. So I don't think there's going to be Croatian in this, but let us look. DeepGram Croatian. Croatian.
Yeah.
See what Sora does. What languages? Let's do so the other one that you can use is Azure, which is Microsoft. Let's do this. Azure Croatian. Oh, Croatian. Yeah. I mean, I'm not asking a question. Can Azure
Azure can
I know it can, but will it do it for CloseBot for their here? Oops. Here Croatian if it is being used for speech to text. So years ago, someone said, let's see, what list of languages? List of languages. Well, it doesn't really matter what it's hearing on in DeepGram, but it might. I guess we'll just build it and see if it works. There we go. Croatian's not on DeepGram. Spanish, obviously. I mean, yeah, no, it's not on DeepGram. Well, let's just build it and we'll see what happens because it's not this
Oh,
listening that's the problem, it's the speaking. So I'm going to leave this as is. Okay. These settings, I don't mess with them. Don't mess with the model. Um,
mhm,
you can play with these you want. Voice. This is the synthesized voice. This
mhm.
text to speech. So I use a product called 11 Labs.
Yeah.
Now, Vapi has my credit card. So if you don't, they're charging you for all the stuff, but it's relatively inexpensive. So
Mhm,
I have voices here. So I can go like the collections or library, and I could do language Croatian.
mhm. Choose Maya.
Okay. All right. Let's see how she responds in English is the thing. So I go to 11 Labs. It already has my key. I'll show you this. I added voice manually. I'll turn it on to V2. Uh, Error could not find a level as voice user credentials. Check the voice exists. Oh, I got to do this. Sorry. I got to put it into my account. I got to do add to my voices. There we go. Then let's try that again. Okay, cool. So I don't mess with any of this stuff down here. There's a background sound that plays. It's an office, people typing and stuff. And I got to be honest with you, it adds a little bit to the realism of an appointment setting facility rather than dead silence.
Yeah.
So the default is on always. So if the client goes, there's noise, it could be this, but it just adds a little bit of realism. So it's there's a reason they put this here. All right. So this is the settings for the voice itself that come from 11 Labs. Any voice provider you choose up here, and there's a bunch of them,
Mhm.
they have certain settings. Don't mess with them unless it sounds funky. These are better for messing with cloned voices, right?
Do you prefer 11 Labs over the other options they have there?
I've been using it a lot. They have really cool tools, amazing voices. It takes about a minute to clone a voice. It's
Okay.
amazing. 2 minutes tops. And I've had
Yeah.
really good luck with it.
Yeah, I did it. It's amazing. Yeah.
It's amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So functions, this is where we will make tool calls to do more things, send a text message, do whatever, right? And then this is you turn on enable call functions on the back and hang up. It's not going to dial a keypad, but theoretically you could have it be an outbound dialer and is listening for press 2 to talk to sales and then press 2 and it'll dial. We're not going to mess with that though. And you can put a forwarding number in here. So this is amazing. So mid convo, if they're like, I want to talk to someone, no problem. It'll just forward them to whatever number you put in here.
Yeah, that's what
Mm-hmm.
And you could even say only forward it during these business hours in this city. And it will only forward during like when you're open.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Yeah, it's
Okay.
awesome. So you could like, I'm having people forward their number to a Vapi number at night, answer their phones, and then just unforward it in the morning. It's a
Mm-hmm.
really good in for voice because it doesn't mess with their day to day necessarily. There's
Yeah.
when you see the analysis, they're going to look at their receptionist or be like, this person could not do an intake. Like it's a client intake of a professional. I mean, it's really next level. Okay, cool. Then finally you have advanced. Uh, don't mess with too many of these things, but you can obviously if you turn on HIPAA, if you're doing like you guys aren't doing anything with HIPAA, but if you do, you'll get no voice recording. So don't touch this. PCI
Okay.
compliance, that's new. Wow. Oh my goodness. You know what this means?
No.
no.
You can take credit cards over the phone with Vapi. The reason is because of the after call analysis. It's all data structure. It's all data. So if you're a regular business with data rules, just don't look at the Vapi packet. Don't look at the bundles coming into just like you wouldn't look at the code, the logs necessarily for something. It can record video. So if the bot is speaking too fast, like if it's not the speech itself, but if the chat bot interrupts, talks to like doesn't wait enough when it's someone's done talking, things like that. That's all these settings. When should it
Okay.
stop speaking? 9 times out of 10, it does a really good job. It interrupts a little bit sometimes, but it works really well. Messaging. So we're gonna do this in a second. When we get to the analysis step, the analysis is we're gonna write extensive Vapi prompt. We're gonna write extensive prompts for the note taking part, and then the data extraction. You just tell it what data you want, and it sends
Mm-hmm.
it as separate data variables in your JSON package. It's incredible. It is so amazing, and I'll show you that. Okay, so let's publish this and have a chat. Tell me if you can hear my computer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I forgot to do one thing. I got to add, great, now give me the intro line the assistant says when it answers the phone. This is the intro line.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how this Croatian bot sounds in English, because I'm not sure what's going to happen. Rather than the other way around, an English bot trying to speak Croatian with a weird accent. All right.
Hello. Thank you for calling Daslina, Croatia's premier short-term rental company. How can I assist you today?
Yeah, what can you tell me about the rental?
Could you please specify which rental property you are interested in? If you have particular dates or locations in mind, I can provide more detailed information.
Can you speak to me in Croatian from now on, please? Even if I speak English.
Naravno, kako mogu pomoći? Koju vrstu informacija tražite o našim lažmovima?
Yeah, I want a place by the beach. Do you have anything by the beach?
Da, imamo nekoliko prekrasnih apartmana uz more. Koji su vaši datumi boravka i koliko osoba će boraviti?
Duh. Yes.
What do you think, Vanya?
What do you think, Vanya? So that was out of the box, 15, 20-minute setup.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. How did it sound in your language?
Yeah.
It sounded like with an awful accent, but very accurate.
In your language, it had an accent, because it had a nice accent in our language. I like the accent.
I like the accent in our language.
Hold on.
It
So
sounded
let's
like,
see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. So I've got this voice. We know it's that person. Let me switch to 11 Lab multilingual V2. There's a little more latency, but I didn't have any issue with latency in that last call. So I'll add a feature. Cool. So before we do, let's add to this, right? Let's add to our prompt. So every time we call it, it's doing something more. So this analysis step, crazy. All I got to do, I copy, watch this. I copy just this bit of text here, and I go to here. I'm going to say, great. Now I need help with the data analysis prompts for this call. Start with this one. Okay, so it's going to write this prompt in a way that, unless you went to school for writing prompts, or unless you took a school to be like a transcription person for incoming short-term rental calls, that's pretty basic. No, that's not right. Let me do this. So I'm going to give it an example. I'll do Pizza Gal. This is a very, even though it's pizza, it doesn't matter. Actually, that's not the best one. Let's see, outbound insurance. Yeah, that's a better one. But the short ones work too. It's just a summary of the conversation, and it usually works well, but sometimes you want specific data. This is nuts. This was giving actuarial data, but let's see what it does if I say, now use this as an example of the detail. I mean, the detail for this insurance prompt is pretty nice. Agent insights, next steps. I mean, that's valuable. Do you know how much leads are for insurance? I found out $350. We're in the wrong niche, folks. Crazy.
It's also a crazy niche. A lot of people are in that niche.
Yeah, I know.
And solar.
Do they have that too? But do they have our AI? So look at this amazing. Now, is the conversation long enough? It might be. It's a voice combo. It's not this typing nonsense, right?
Yeah.
So look at this. Look at that. Look at that. It would have taken like anyone serious time to come up with a nice prompt like this.
Yeah.
What do I need? What I want to do? So I'll go back to here, go back to my short-term rental analysis. Paste this in here. Look at that. Jeez. Get rid of the top and the bottom because as soon as I call it, it's going to do this, even though we're not storing it just yet. Okay, so now let's get the second one.
Josh, when are you putting those recordings in the school?
Which recordings from yesterday?
Yeah, and today because
I mean, I can do it immediately. I can do it as soon as I get them if you guys want them in there. I was going to wait until this was over.
Don't worry. I just in the next couple of days would be fine.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Okay.
So I'm looking at Pizza Gal. I want to get this analysis. Not Pizza. I'm sorry. I want outbound insurance. I did sophisticated analysis. Okay. So for this one, for this structured data, so now I'm going to say this is a double prompt. We're going to say, okay, great. Now I need the prompt for this part. Paste. Count. Use this as an example. And then I'm going to paste in this really complex build here. I mean, it's obviously clearly overkill, but who cares? It's free, not free necessarily, but pennies. There's no doubt that adds value to a lead. Whether or not they use the data, they're going to feel stupid for not using the data. Oh, well, of course we're using. I mean, what salesman wouldn't feel like a fool if they didn't have that kind of data? The CEO would be like, oh, well, what's your engagement score? It's like, well, I don't know. Look at that likelihood to book. I mean, it's AI, so it does probably as good of a job as a professional listener. I'm going to guess. And so all you gotta do is do this, and then all the work's done. So I'll make a call.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Vanya, I'm gonna have you make the call, and we're gonna listen.
Okay, good.
1 sec. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go to the dashboard, go back to short-term rentals analysis. I want to paste this in the third one, structured data. Get rid of the little bottom piece that it puts. Oh, too many characters. Okay, no problem. Max of 2,000 characters. Okay. Wow. Wow. I'm just going to copy this right here. Okay, that's better. Whoa. Boom. Okay, publish that. Refresh this page. Doesn't need to be so long.
I will have to watch our recordings on slow motion, I think.
I talk fast. I know. You don't need 2x with me. All right, let's try it out. So what's cool about Vapi is that you can click this assistant demo. So I'm going to paste this in the and if you could, it's going to be on your computer. So just turn your speakers up so we can hear it, and then it's going to do all that analysis, and then I'll show you the call logs and everything. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I didn't. Okay, wait.
Go for it.
I need to paste it in the browser. Sorry, for some reason. Oh.
Just a big blue dot.
Okay. Allow. I need to allow the microphone. Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm pressing it.
Give it a sec.
Okay.
You hear it?
Yeah, it's not happening.
No.
Hello?
Thank you for calling Dazlina, Croatia's premier short-term rental company. How can I assist you today?
Hi, I'm looking to book a summer vacation somewhere in this area, and I'm wondering what you can offer in your property. Why should I choose you?
Hello, I'd be happy to help you find the perfect summer vacation rental. Could you please let me know your desired dates, the number of guests, and the specific area you're interested in? As for why you should choose us, we offer a variety of beautiful properties with modern amenities, personalized service, and great locations near beaches, restaurants, and attractions. Plus, we have local insights to help you make the most of your stay.
I see. Okay. I'm looking to
Great.
go in the first 2 weeks of August, and there will be a party of 10. And we would like to ask if this is a pet friendly or not.
Thank you for the information. Let me check our availability for a party of 10 during the first 2 weeks of August. Could you please specify if you have a preferred location, and also let me know if you plan to bring a pet along? This will help me find the best options for you.
Yeah. Yes,
Could you please?
the pet will be dog, and I'm looking to a vacation spot near Vodice.
Great. Let me check for pet-friendly properties near Vodis for your group of 10 during the first 2 weeks of August. One moment, please. I found a beautiful pet-friendly villa in Voditz that can accommodate your group. It features spacious living areas, a private pool, and is just a short walk from the beach. Would you like to proceed with the booking, or do you need more details about the property?
You know what? I would like to connect with a property owner and just schedule a call so I can see it live before I book a vacation.
I understand your preference to connect with the property owner for a live view. I can help facilitate that. Please hold on for a moment while I arrange for the property owner to reach out to you. Could you please provide your contact number, and I'll ensure they get in touch with you shortly.
Perfect. Yes. Thank you. That's it for now.
You're welcome. If you could please
Speak
provide
Croatian.
number, I'll make sure the property owner
Speak
reaches out.
Croatian to it.
If you have any other questions or need assistance later, feel free to call us back. Enjoy your day.
Wait. I have one more question. Mogu li vas pitati nešto na hrvatskom i možete mi odgovoriti na hrvatskom?
Of course. What's your question? I'm here to help.
Odgovorite mi na hrvatskom.
Take your time. I'm here to help. What would you like?
Say speak in Croatian.
Speak in Croatian, please. I told her in Croatian. She didn't understand. Speak in Croatian, please. Trebam uslugu doručka. Da li to imate?
Naravno. Kako vam mogu pomoći? Slobodno postavite svoje pitanje.
Da li imate doručak uključen u cijenu?
Naravno. Oprostite na nesporazumu. Kako vam mogu pomoći? Slobodno postavite svoje pitanje.
Okay, thank you. That's it for now.
Nema na čemu.
You gotta just close the page, right? Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Okay, cool. Yeah. So now what happened, other than it was... So the switching of the voice, when it's listening in English, it doesn't always hear the other language, which is this transcriber. Now, for you, Auntie, are you doing Spanish and English?
Not with the cleaning company, but we can.
The reason is because they do offer a multilingual listener that right now is English and Spanish. So it's listening for either. So they could start speaking either or, and it will kick in right. There is no Croatian on here yet.
And where's that for the multilingual? Under
M, multi.
Okay.
Yeah, only in DeepGram. I mean, you could look at these other service providers but wouldn't you get more callers from here for over there? Where are the majority of your callers coming from?
That's, we have from Germany, so German speaking, Germany, Austria, France, Czech, all over Europe,
So
basically.
if you write the model, first of all, at the top, you can say your main language is this. And then I think if you write the prompt in your language, it knows that that's its starting language. I don't know because I don't really write other languages, but you're going to have, so look, this is the only prompt for it to know what to speak. And I say detectives caller's language, but it can only do as well as this transcriber. Right. So, but when you now, the other thing I've done is for like a lawyer, hi, would you prefer to speak in Spanish or English? And then based on their answer, the bot would switch. So there's tons of ways to do it. It will do it. And what's weird is the English voice had a different accent this time, and it didn't sound Croatian. It sounded a slight accent, but it didn't sound like a European accent. But it was a good voice. I mean, it was not annoying, and it sounded like a person, and the emotion wasn't as awesome, but you could tweak emotion, by the way, on the voice settings. You could, turn up style exaggeration. So if you're not getting the emotion you like, boost this a little bit. Okay. Now watch though. Here's the beauty of this. So call logs. This is amazing. So here's our call. This is you. Right? So watch. Look at all the data we have. And this is all going to go into Make. So if you ever call log, big deal. But I have the audio recording.
Thank you for calling Deslina.
So I'll show you how to send the audio recording to the client so that, hey, it's out of my hands. Here's the whole message. Like for the lawyers, they wanted the whole audio. They didn't care about the lead. No, I legally need to see the whole thing. So you're going to get that. The transcripts is the whole text transcript. No big deal. But look at this analysis. Huh. First of all, this is the data extracted. So here, I don't actually have the ability to speak Croatian or switch between languages. Huh. Anthropic. Wait, what? I'm an assistant created by Anthropic. Weird. I've never seen that before. But anyway, this is the harder part. Look at the data that it extracts in a JSON file. Look at that. I mean,
I was going to ask, can we build something to get, for instance, their name and email into, like, for instance, not for the cleaning, for the property management. We have
we're going to go to Make
100% mostly Spanish speaking people, and that would be great to get their name, the phone number, and whatever else.
So in the prompt, we'll just specifically say, as you talk to it, you're going to know. Oh, well, get their contact info before you do X. So I take the basic prompt and I start crafting it. And if I have to get into programmatic, like don't go past step 2 until you do this, you can, to make it a more linear prompt. But I avoid that if I can. So we've got about 20 minutes left. Any questions so far?
How much did this cost? Can you tell?
Okay, great. Let's talk cost. That call from Europe was 29 cents. That's not the cheapest call I've ever seen. But to see how much calls cost, you go to your assistant, and you can see the cost up here. So this is the estimate. So basically, you're spending about 5 cents on the Vapi. This is per minute, folks. So 5 minutes. So I don't care. All I know is that for 1 hour of complete talk time, never hanging up, never taking a break, and being professional, is $6.60 an hour. I'll take that all day long. All day long. Minimum wage in America is like 3 times that. I mean, there's call centers all over Europe, and I bet this is going to be a threat to them. And here's the latency. And you can see the latency, the biggest latency is coming from the multilingual V2.
Yeah.
Which it said it would be a little more. So latency is the delay, but I haven't had it. It's getting quicker. So that's your pricing. And again, $6 an hour. If you can get a client, say, listen, for this will be on all day, every day, it's $6 an hour. What is that a day? That's 6 times 24. That's like 120 times 30 days. I mean, that's $3,000 a month. Why not have them pay you hourly? I'll get your AI for $6 an hour all in. You can do that too. There's so many ways to bill for it, but I don't care about the pricing, but it doesn't add up more in here because I've never seen pricing go too high. I can change the pricing if I change the model. This is a penny, but if I need to go to, O1 cluster for more advanced stuff, I can. I haven't had a need to. at all. But let me show you something else, Vanya, real quick. So this is my organization. I've got all my assistants. And then under provider credentials, look at all these credentials I can provide it so that I handle the billing. I mean, tons of models. So I do have an Anthropic key. Let me grab that because I do want to see a different model. So I gotta search real quick.
So you suggest to play with the models to see the results?
Well, yeah, I do. And the reason is because I always go with OpenAI. It's easiest to teach. It's got everything there, everything interacts with it. But I've heard good stories from Jeff, for instance. He's really into different models. Anthropic just speaks slightly differently. The conversation will, in fact, be different. The tone will be different. It will behave differently. I don't know if it understands English or Croatian better or not. I don't see how it could because it's the listener. But you can. Anthropic might be cheaper. Maybe your client wants it. But then, you get down into XAI. That's Grok. That's Elon Musk. This has less guardrails. I mean, this could there's low limits on what Elon's doing, right? But look at all these different things, all of these, and you can even do your own custom LLM, which is outrageous. So the point is like Jeff. So our friend Jeff Ianti, he's like an advanced developer at Spot On, one of the lead developers there. He's my age. He's been doing this forever. He would make his own LLMs, and this allows you to connect to them. So let's say you have a big corporation that has their own internal system. You can connect to it. That's incredible. And then it can be trained on its own. Amazing.
Because I've been triggered. I'm trying to figure out a way. My godson is in the army, and a few people that I know, and they're trying to figure out how to bring voice AI in. And I know
into the army.
Our military just got their own. They just released their LMM.
That makes sense. So like if you're in an industry where they have rules and regulations, this is huge. For most of us, these are fine. And then it's got Azure, which actually has a lot of features to it, which is the Microsoft Cloud. So you may have credits there. And look at all the transcriber providers. There's only a few of them, but these are the four that you could look into. And I've heard don't put your own API key in here. I don't know why. I don't, but I don't know if I'd save money or not. Maybe you could save a few pennies if you're using your own keys. I don't know.
So to not put it.
Whoa.
That's I was gonna ask if this is coming, because then you wouldn't have to use
yeah.
This is exciting.
Holy,
don't mind us, Vanya.
Wait a minute. Okay, we'll have to play with that tomorrow. So usually I use Make, and it works really well. And I like teaching third-party tools that are GoHighLevel agnostic, just so you have other skill sets. If GoHighLevel breaks down, gets bought out, crashes, and not everyone has it. I mean, if you're starting, I prefer them to use my GoHighLevel, but so many people have Salesforce or Service Titan or some sort of proprietary thing or their favorite Excel spreadsheet or an Outlook. So and then there's so this is what Jeff is doing. Now I see how Jeff is doing what he's doing. So they switched their knowledge base. So let's look at this real quick. So, okay, good. So here's my knowledge base articles, but notice they didn't show up. So let me see if this is working really quick. I'll just upload anything.
So you can put the knowledge base.
Yeah, so this is where the knowledge base goes. You upload individual files. They're upgrading to a newer tool called Treve, which you can put your API in for, apparently. And then you can access your own knowledge base on a third-party thing, which is huge.
Yes.
Because theirs is limited. CloseBot, you can put text, you can do a website scrape. It has 3 options. Yeah. This is really limited, and I label them because you can't update them. It's not that great. But in the assistants, this was broken earlier. Hold on. Let me see if this is working. Look, this is still busted. I can't connect a knowledge base article to it. So this will be fixed. So just so you all know, the only way to learn about this program, Vapi, first of all, the documents are fantastic. The documents are very good. But they're, a younger group of folks that run this. So their main tool is Discord. So if you join their Discord channel, there's all sorts of people all over the world. I mean, you'd be shocked at how international Vapi is. So let's go GoHighLevel. Some of the best guys, like I said, they're in other countries. They're super good. But so Vapi has you know, its own tons of channels and prompt sharing, but you can usually find some stuff in here. Announcements for changes. Oh, wow. So they, yeah, like I said, these guys got, I think, $60 million. Their second round. So they're fully funded right now. So they're pumping out stuff. But yeah, feel free to join their Discord channel. It tells you how to do it down there. And you could, you know, you could add a Croatian speaking channel theoretically if you're having trouble in your language and you want to know more. But everything is in here. I don't look at this too much.
Okay.
Too much. So there's an amazing voice bot. Okay, so let's figure out what we want to do tomorrow. Okay. So we got far in the cleaning, clothes bot, did that. So tomorrow, let's see. So tomorrow we're going to finish short-term rental. And that means we're going to do Vapi to make to GHL. And then to add to this one, we'll make an outbound dialer of some sort. Same prompt, I think, but we'll do an outbound version of it just so y'all, and I'll give you the snapshot to put a dialer and then the workflow to make a dial on any GoHighLevel site. It does require make to do the Python pushing or whatever it is. And then we can so now then we will we'll do cleaning V2, which is going to be voice, etc. We'll flesh that out more as we go. The one step we did miss here, frankly, and then we could have done it, but we were too excited, I think, is that we didn't flow this out. We didn't do a proper flow chart, and is this what we want to build? And the reason I think is because it's so easy to do this. So I'll share these prompts with you as well. It'll be in the group too, okay?
Okay.
So you'll have all the prompts we've been building.
Are you sharing it as a document?
I'll either, the problem is when I put them into a project, I can't share them anymore. It's so stupid. So
yeah.
And if I move them, you won't be able to see them. So I'll either, like I did in the Vapi prompts, in the other prompts in the school group and the G drive, there's a ton of different full prompt conversations now. Pages and pages and pages and pages and pages. So it won't look as good as this necessarily, but it'll all be there for you.
Okay.
Is that in the live master course area?
Yeah,
or...
so look, so I added this to you guys should all be in here.
I'm there. For sure, I know.
You should be there, Auntie. If you're not, let me double check.
There we go. Yeah, I'm here. I'm looking to see where that.
So if you go to the classroom, and you go to the G drive, and I'm not fully finished with this whole site. As I add more of stuff, I got to clean it up too. So if you open up the master drive, and if you don't get invited, just ask for an invitation. I'll invite you, and you'll see all these new prompts. I just put these up yesterday.
Okay.
They are beefy. I mean, some of these. Look at this Pizza Gal. Well, we've been using. Yeah, look at Pizza Gal. Oh no, here's the insurance prompt.
Is that in links and more? I'm not seeing exactly where I'm supposed to be looking.
Oh yeah, click on Google Drive under live resources. I'll move this up here.
Yeah, I need access, so I will just.
Yeah, I just ask for access. I'll give it to you momentarily. Okay, I'll invite you to this. And you'll have access to all those things, and I'm going to add to that drive as we go. And as every class I do, every master class I do, I'm going to keep adding to that, so you'll have access to it. Eva, this should be a day's work. Awesome. Any questions?
No, we're good.
Good job today, folks. I'm impressed. It's always impressive. Isn't it fun to make a bot? Because it's like you just make yourself so happy. It's amazing. I mean, especially when you could use GPT to help you, it just makes life so much easier.
Yeah, saves a lot of time, definitely.
Oh God. And I wouldn't know enough to be able to do I couldn't do this without ChatGPT. You couldn't. Yeah. I mean, maybe if a business set aside to figure it out on their own, but that would take people and effort. All right, cool. So I'm gonna cut it a little short today. If there's no questions, I will close this down and save it for tomorrow. Luckily, I've got this Mac with a ton of memory. This thing has like 48 gigs of memory. It's amazing.
Wow. What Mac
Yeah,
is
it
that?
went all out. This
mini?
MacBook Pro,
Oh, it's a Pro. Okay.
the highest level one, you think it's like, I don't need that. I'm not doing graphics. I've never had to shut my machine down for weeks. It can have 1,000 windows open. It never
Yeah.
shuts down. It never breaks. Knock
It
on.
helps. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Cool. So you guys have the notes here. And I'll put up the recordings as soon as I can. Both of them,
Okay.
yesterday and
Thank
today.
you.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great afternoon, folks.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.